Hello, everybody. So I am being helped in the studio, little studio this is, by my daughter. She has asked not to be on camera because she's not set up for this yet, so I won't do that. You see her picture on the front. But hello, everybody. Told you we were going to talk about the greatest American preppers, which is for my example, 1840s, 1850s, the wagon trains across the West. Now, if we start out with how they actually went there, they went there in four-wheel drive pickup trucks, just Fords, not GMCs, not Denali's. They went in the basic Ford pickup truck. Well, okay, so it's a oxen or a mule that pulled the wagon, not horses. Those were the Corvettes of the day. They couldn't stand up to a 6-month trip that they're going to walk an average of 10 miles a day. Now, sometimes it was 20 miles, sometimes it was just 2 miles, but a horse just is not going to stand up to pulling a several thousand-pound wagon through that kind of a trip. It's just not going to happen. So, their wagons, now, what did they carry with them? They carried with them a lot of food. They carried with them a broad axe, and this was kind of required by the wagon trains that were put together themselves. They have to carry a plow, a scythe, a hoe, a shovel. They carried a rifle, and from what I can kind of find from several different sources, anywhere from 50 rounds to 200 rounds for the rifle. Some places some of the wagon trains wanted you to carry a pistol as well. Not very many of them. But on the food side, you would not believe how bland this food is, okay? So, as an example, for a family of 4, they carry somewhere between 1,600 and 1,800 pounds of food, 600 pounds of just flour, okay? 120 pounds of biscuits, 400 pounds of bacon, 60 pounds of coffee, which I don't blame them for the coffee side, 100 pounds of sugar, and 200 pounds of lard. Now, for those of us that have never used lard to cook with, lard is animal fat that's been rendered down, so just so that you know. What that comes out to is about 588,000 calories per person for a family of 4, okay? So enough, according to USDA, to be USDA somewhere between 350 to 500,000 calories for a 6-month journey. Well, they also had to have food for once they got there, to the time that their plants could start to grow. Now, once they got to the Oregon territories, they would have some ability to buy some more food or whatnot, but they had to have enough for the entire trip, no matter how long it took. These are large groups, technically, that followed the rivers, so they stayed near a water source, always a good thing. And a little note about their wagons. The wagons themselves, did you know that they could change the way the canvas sat on the wagon? That way, during rainstorms, it would catch water and run it right into their potable water storage. It's a neat little trick. But at night, when they circled up for defense. Well, no, they didn't circle up for defense. They circled up to have a corral to keep all these animals in. Don't want them wandering off at the middle of the night. And their guard duty was basically for wolves and bears and coyotes, to keep those out of the herd. It's a great time, but here's for us, what do we gain out of this? They traveled in groups. They didn't go alone to a bug out location. They traveled in large groups. In large groups, you have help. If you fall and break your ankle, how are you going to continue to walk unless you have somebody there to help you? They paid the American Indians for access to cross their lands. For us, would that be a good idea for us to get to know some of the people along the route of our bug out direction. That way, if we need to convalesce someplace, we can. We can stop by and meet some old friends, maybe take them on with us. They didn't travel a long way without knowing where they were going to get water. And here's, I guess my point is, when they got to where they were going, they knew that they had land there. When you get to your bug out location, do you know that the bug out location's still there? Somebody else hasn't already taken it because they want to live in that section of woods. How are you going to cross other people's property in order to get to your location? So my plan is to bug in. I have everything here. I have my food. I have my shovels. I have my picks. I have my scythe. I have my blah, blah, blah. I've got my weapons. I've got everything here. I have the ability to bug out to a certain extent, but that's not my primary plan. My primary plan is just to bug in, because without a major group moving to another location, too many times a sniper or a broken leg could take you completely out. So I hope you've learned something here. I know I have learned something through this, but the next set of videos, let's keep a secret because I'm having some difficulties putting it together. And we'll see if we go with that or something different. Thanks, guys. Oh, like, comment, subscribe. LCS. I think it's a secret.